Valuable. Adjective. Having a great value.
Yo, prospecting for that cardboard gold, busting packs, racking stacks, and letting breaks unfold. On assignment to unearth all the diamonds and such, all the parallels are present before we run out of luck. Blue chip stocks like precious metal gems and hollows, base purple seal explosion lights, camera auto. Yo, the moral of the story is keep it real and enjoy. Now kick back and relax as Box Breaks with your boy. Yeah.
Episode 14 of Box Breaks with your boy, and today's question is, what makes a basketball card valuable? Well, a bunch of things influence this, namely rarity, the player on the card's actual sticker price, demand, and the card's propensity to financially appreciate over time. But there's one aspect that never gets love among collectors, and that's the card's ability to capture a moment in time, to document history. You know, in this hobby, collectors are obsessed with one-of-ones, super short prints, GUs, numbered cards, autograph cards, and sadly, the cards that capture moments are never high on their list, and there's never any value given to that kind of card. So, today, the cards that we're gonna check out aren't rare or expensive based on what the current market deems valuable. But what they illustrate is how cards can freeze time and tell a story, and that in itself is valuable. So let's start with this Michael Jordan Upper Deck MJ Timeline card from '98. Again, not at all an expensive card, but it's the story about this photo that makes things interesting. The first thing you may notice is that MJ isn't wearing his signature number 23. And as the story goes, his jersey was stolen from the Bulls locker room when the team played a road game against the Magic in 1990. So Jordan was forced to play in a nameless number 12 practice jersey. You know, it's just a little nugget of trivia, but it does add to the story of the card, even in a small way. I mean, it's a stupid moment, right? Who cares about Jordan's jersey getting stolen? But at least there's a story behind the card. But then again, there are more important moments, like this one. This is Kobe Bryant from the Panini Hero Villain set, and the photo shows him sinking his free throws after tearing his ACL against the Warriors. Definitely, there's more depth here than just a stolen jersey. Here we see the legendary Mamba mentality at work. We see Father Time catching up with Kobe. We see obsession, we see fire. There's so many story angles that show us what made Kobe, Kobe. So yeah, again, not an expensive card, not rare because this was mass-produced, but what a valuable moment to recognize on cardboard, right? That's awesome. I really like that card. Rest in peace, Kobe. Next up, an ode to Kobe. This is a 2021 Panini Prism base of LeBron. And let me just get this out of the way. LeBron will never be the GOAT. LeBron is not in any way the GOAT. For me. So let's just leave it at that. But this card pays homage to Kobe, and that's something I think the whole world can get behind. I definitely got behind it. I mean, I'm not gonna collect LeBron, but I am gonna get this card because it is a tribute to Kobe. This card shows LeBron doing a reverse windmill dunk, and it's a dunk that's nearly identical to one that Kobe did in 2001. LeBron did this dunk 2 weeks after Kobe's tragic demise, but he says in interviews that he never meant for the dunk to happen like that. And he even references the movie The Sixth Man. If you haven't watched The Sixth Man, I'm not gonna explain it. Just watch it. It's a very cool movie. It's, brothers and basketball, spirituality, and it's Marlon Wayans. But anyway, LeBron said Kobe came down, took over his body, and made him do the dunk. So that's why the dunks are so identical. It's both eerie and perplexing to see how identical these two dunks are, especially considering the time and the place that it happened. I mean, LeBron's a Laker now, and he's in Staples, and these events happen 19 years apart. But it's that kind of storied mysticism that should influence this card's value more than it being a LeBron card, in my opinion. You know, I'm not gonna collect LeBron. LeBron's still not a GOAT for me, but I like that card. So that's cool. And if that last card was about truly capturing the moment, then this next card demonstrates how, with slick marketing, moments can be created too. This is Johnny Kilroy of the Chicago Bulls, who once upon a time scored 79 points in just one quarter of play. Who is Johnny Kilroy, you may ask? Watch this.
These rumors that he's still playing are just that, rumors. Michael Jordan is retired.
I think he's done. I think he's kind of, tired of it all.
You never know. You never know. It could be, but it's hard to miss how he looks.
Faked his own retirement. I don't know. I know he loves basketball. He's probably playing in his backyard with his kids, but I don't think he faked his retirement.
There's a possibility he still might be out there.
With that guy, you never know what he's going to do next.
Well, he didn't really mention it, but come to think about it, he was acting a little bit weird.
He talked about getting away from the hype.
What if I was just a basketball player?
But he often talked crazy like that.
I think that playing basketball is so important to him. I could understand Michael playing in disguise.
He did mention something about faking his retirement, but I didn't think he was serious. But you know what? One thing that really interested me was he used to always ask about hair and makeup.
It's later uncovered that Nike and the retired Jordan made this campaign so that they could continue to sell Jordan 9s. What a bastard. Anyway, more than that though, the card represents the power of media and how hype can be manufactured. So let that sink in for a second, guys. Hype can be manufactured. Ask Johnny Kilroy, he'll give you some tips. And last but not least on this list is a Mark Jackson NBA Hoops card from 1990. There's nothing particularly special about the card, and Mark Jackson wasn't a superstar, or wasn't a superstar by any means. But it's the background on this image that's interesting. You see there, these two dudes seated courtside are Lyle and Eric Menendez. These two bastards murdered their parents and then collected a hefty insurance payout. And after that, they started living large, man. They went on trips, they bought watches, cars, and, well, they also got courtside tickets to the Knicks. Bastards! The brothers were arrested shortly after they committed the crime, but this card surfaced years later as further evidence that corroborated the brothers' whereabouts in line with the investigation. So, this is a card that helped solve a crime, if you want to look at it that way, and that's pretty valuable, right? So that's cool. In closing, when put up against a rare rookie card from a current set, these historical cards or cards that have historical significance will almost always be less quote-unquote valuable, which is kind of disheartening because it shows how the hobby is simply driven by hype. But that's just how it goes, man. I mean, we choose our paths as collectors and we see value in very individualistic ways. And for me, more than herd desirability or hype, the story of a card and the depth of that story are what keep things real. And I stick to my sensibilities when it comes to that, man. I'm out. Peace.